Alright, so I'm going to put the phone down my console here because I don't really have a good way of holding it right now. I have a new phone case, so my battery is my phone's twice the size it used to be because I got one of those extended battery phone cases. Just because I keep running the battery down. I think the battery's like going dead on me. I mean, the phone is like over 2-3 years old. I don't know how old this thing is. But anyway, what I was going to tell you is kind of give you a tip on how to clean gutters. Now, what I've really come to realize is I have a gutter cleaner for my backpack blower, and that works pretty good for the most part. I say that because it's really hard to control, especially if you add however tall that thing gets to. I think it's 20-something feet tall, because each tube, for some reason I thought each tube was like 10 feet, and it's not. I think each tube, and there's 3 of them, I believe each one's like 6 feet, maybe 6 feet, 5 feet, I don't know what it is. They're tall. Anyway, you put it all together, you can get about 20 feet, depending on how tall you can reach. If you get a ladder, you could probably get up even higher than that. But the problem is that this thing is so tall and there's all this airflow coming out of it, it's extremely hard to control. It just wants to tip back, or it wants to blow forward, or, and it's got an elbow at the top of it, so it blows, air down the gutters. But, what I've come to realize that in not even so much controlling it, another one of the bigger problems is if you get, say, a camera and you look in the gutter, you can see, if you've missed any areas. Well, the other problem with the gutter cleaner, besides, not being able to really see what you're doing, is it blows it everywhere, not so much out of the gutters. So you get some of it on the roof, which goes back into the gutter anyway. And then another problem I had with it was all the wet, nasty water is sitting underneath all the shingle grit. It kind of splashes over onto the gutters themselves. So now you have this black goo all over all the gutters. And that just looks messy too. So this time I took a backpack sprayer with me and kind of washed everything off after I was done, so that way it just looked more presentable. But I had to use it in one spot because the back of the house had a hill on it, and there was really nowhere to put a ladder. I could probably bring a taller ladder, but I still don't know if I'd really want to brace it against that hill. So what I did this time is I just took a trash can with me, like a 32-gallon trash can, put a garbage bag in it, and got my ladder, and got the stabilizers that go on the ladder, which are this kind of big bullhorn looking kind of thing that you put at the top of it, and that actually rests against the top of the roof, so you're not crushing the gutter, you're not damaging the house in any way. This thing's only like $30, so, and it goes on any ladder, so I would really emphasize getting this if you're thinking about cleaning gutters, or if you're just a homeowner that wants to clean your gutters. But the other kind of perk about that is not only can you get up into the gutter and clean it with your hand, I mean, you can get everything out, but you can also see everything you're doing. You can see problem areas. You can actually get up on the roof if it's not too steep, and you can blow out the gutters with a backpack blower, or I just took a handheld up there, something kind of light, and as per usual, there's somebody tailgating me, and I'm about to pull over on one of my sites. I'm sure he's going to blare his horn at me. So I've got all my strobes and my lights are on. And, he's slowing down, okay. It seems like people in this kind of neck of the woods, they seem to pay attention more to that kind of stuff than they do anywhere else I have. Anyway. But yeah, that's my tip on cleaning gutters and stuff is just, just do it physically, because that's like really the best way I've found to do it. So anyway, I don't know if this helps you out, but just kind of a tip for this season for cleaning stuff out. Just, in my opinion, I still would buy it because it's better than nothing. And like I said, there was a point where I couldn't even access that part of the house, so it worked really good for that. But I would say for just, general taking care of stuff, trying not to make a mess, don't use that thing. Just get a ladder, get some nice gloves, stuff that's not going to cut your hands open because those things are sharp, and just do it the right way. I'm sure there's other better ways to do it. I would not pressure wash it with one of those little pressure washing tips. The same thing. You're going to have all this power trying to force it back, and then it's going to splash stuff everywhere. So just from my experience, the best way to do it is just physically with a ladder, just regular labor. After watching this, way that I charge for gutters is I just charge hourly, which my physical labor rate is just $60 per man hour. So usually I can do an entire house within an hour. Very rarely does it ever last anything over that. Most of the time it's maybe 30 to 45 minutes. But I feel like that's kind of the best way of doing it, because I can't really charge per foot, because you don't know if like this section of gutter is clean and this section of gutter is just packed full of stuff. I mean, like 5 inches, kind of packed. So it's just the best honest way that I can do it. Like I said, most houses, they don't take over an hour, and really they don't even take that. But that way you get it nice and clean. And then another thing that I like to do is I take the gutter cleaner and I can actually put it on the downspout itself, and I can flush out whatever's stuck inside of it. So it works really good for that. And then you can take a hose or whatever, you can pour water down the gutter and get it all the way clean if you really want. It's one of those things, I try to get as clean as I can, but places where there's like tons and tons of roof grit, I know it's just going to show back up again, so I just do my best to clean it out. I'm not going to spend 2 hours trying to get every little granule of sand out of it. But anyway, I hope that helps you guys out, and have a good time.